Joined here today by the Blue King himself, Robert Hale, coming off the big win over Bryan McDowell this past weekend. What's going on, sir? How are you?
I'm doing good. Enjoying my W. Really ready to get back in the lab and work on some more stuff and get ready for these finals.
What does enjoying the W look like? Are you celebrating or anything, or is it just about letting loose for a couple days before getting back to the gym? Like, what does celebrating kind of look like?
I just really honestly enjoying family and just getting my mind right before I gotta get back locked in for the finals. But really just honestly just taking some chill time from the gym, maybe like 2 or 3 days, and then I'll be back in there.
Well, when you say the word finals, I have two things that come in my mind. That's NBA finals and then finals in college. I assume you're not talking about the NBA finals.
No, not talking about the NBA finals. I'm talking about the B2 fighting series finals. I had I won my preliminary against Dan Stiggins. Just beat Brian. Just beat Brian, and now I'm getting ready to either face Chance or Sean Fallon.
What's the date on that for people that don't know? When can we expect to see that?
I'm gonna shoot for April. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be April where they probably have it because then Sean and them fight. They fight February I think 19th or 18th. So we'll see after that.
Do you enjoy that kind of format, the tournament format? We know PFL said they were revolutionizing stuff with their sort of thing. We're seeing a few people try it. Are you enjoying that kind of format?
Yeah, I'm actually liking it. B2 they they had a nice idea when they did this. Just put the top five, top six, see how they can go off from there, and then you get what you get. Obviously, you getting an amazing show from just having myself and the other competition on there, and everybody's looking forward to the finals to see who fights King Hale himself.
What's the reaction been like on social media and stuff? I know you have a fan base that's very on you. They're paying attention to everything. What was the reaction when everybody saw you were going to the finals?
Oh man, I'm really getting a lot of love from home. Everybody is proud of me, looking forward to me doing good things and me winning the whole thing.
What's the pressure like heading into this fight? Because I know there's winning the tournament, being the best, and all that stuff. But I'm also hearing whispers that there's some extra stuff at stake, potentially the UFC and everything. Is this the most pressure you felt heading into a fight?
No, honestly, nah. I don't. As an athlete, especially as a young man, I've always wanted to be in the spotlight, and I've always wanted to know how it felt to be in the spotlight. And I think I'm doing very good. I don't really feel pressure when it comes to this because in the end of the day, it's my job. I want to become not only do I want to be one of the biggest MMA fighters that steps out of Atlanta, I want to also become the greatest showman. So, in order to be the greatest showman, you have to be used to this type of pressure, and I'm always used to this.
Very well said. I was looking on Tapology where they're ranking you and everything. I believe Georgia, you're ranked number one. I forget which one it was, Massachusetts or something. Or Michigan, you're ranked number two. There's a bunch of rankings where you're top 10 on everything. How does it feel when you hear that? Because for you, that must let you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, it lets me know I'm doing everything right. I just gotta keep chopping away at the rankings and continue beating the who's in the local and regional scene. And soon enough, of course, I'll be knocking on the UFC or Bellator's door. It doesn't matter which one.
I was told by some people behind the scenes, well, your people, I should say, that they're saying, the UFC is not very far. You're very close. You're just waiting for that one breakout thing. How close do you think you are to that? Because if we listen to everybody, it sounds like you're just waiting for a big knockout, and then boom, there you are. Welcome.
Yeah. So honestly, it's really gonna be. It's really these finals, as this final fight that I'm in the finals. I'm really looking forward to showing everybody. Like I'm only getting better as each fight goes. I'm I'm not young in the sport, but I'm young in the sport. I didn't start like everybody else did. I didn't grow up on martial arts. I didn't like I played football when I was in high school, and I was trying to make a pro career out of that. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. So I ended up, finding a new love in mixed martial arts. And ever since I found that, I always told myself I wish I would have did some type of mixed martial arts when I was younger, just so I can be prepared. But I'm getting prepared each fight. I'm getting better, getting stronger. IQ's only raising, and it's gonna be dangerous for some people once I get to where I need to get to.
You mentioned the football career. How far did you take that? Because some people they take it really, really far. Some people they get that dream shut down early. How far did you take the football stuff?
I said I was going to play college ball. I was going to play college at South Carolina State University. Unfortunately, I didn't get to dress up for the spring game, and I tried some other places like Georgia State. Unfortunately, didn't get the call or didn't get a chance to show my skill set, and so I kind of had to fall back. And once I fell back, I kind of like, you know, hey, I was in this limbo mellow area in the middle area where I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I just decided to just honestly just do school and work, and then that's when the whole strike force kind of we. That's when me and my dad and my little brother, was watching Strike Force and stuff, and then the UFC kind of came in. The Ultimate Fighter actually kind of we saw that as well.
You mentioned Strike Force. Usually it's the other way around. People are like, you get into UFC, you see the other stuff, but for you it was Strike Force. Was there anyone in particular you remember from watching those Strike Force cards?
Nick Diaz. He
Yes.
was this is when he was running everything. So this is when it was his era and stuff, and he was the bad boy of MMA world, and everybody liked him. I liked him especially. I liked his attitude. I liked that he just went out there and fought, and didn't care what anybody said about it. But also Clint Hester is also another one who um when Ultimate Fighter John Jones versus Shell Shonen. Yeah, Clint Hester is when who inspired me to even do it to because of just of where his home base was in Atlanta and the gym and just the person he is and all that. So that's also who inspired me.
What did you think of that season? Because that was kind of a weird one. We know Chael was egging on John Jones. Dana White wasn't too sure about what is it, Josh Saman, because he was doing his little, as Dana described, is the goofy two punching thing for the ground and pound. Like it was a very fun season. Remembering that one.
Yeah, that was actually a good season. I didn't know how far it would actually go through, but I appreciated that season. That season opened a lot of people's eyes to, and then of course John Jones and Chael Sonnen Annex. So everybody was looking forward to John Jones beating up Chael Sonnen. So
Where are you at with Clint Hester? Like, is that someone that you've managed to meet and train with? Like, do you have any sort of relationship with Clint?
yeah. I met Clint when I just started in my amateur career. He was still in the UFC, and I kind of like gravitated towards him because he's a striker, and that's what I wanted to be. And his boxing is really good, and I always wanted to have good boxing. Just not if, of course, I don't want to be somebody. I want to be a better version of myself and try to be the best at it. So but his style is very similar to mine, and I just really wanted to gravitate towards that. So he kind of like he's a great fella. He's a great guy. He took me. He didn't. He it's like you don't really see you don't see good guys like that a lot. So I'm glad he showed me around and helped me out and got me to where I'm at. Not where I'm at today, but he got me to where I'm stepping at towards today.
And so you talked about watching Nick Diaz early on. Did you have any sort of thought of taking some of his like outside the cage antics into, your own career to promote yourself? Like obviously he's big on the Stockton. You're literally if we look at the map, the very opposite of Stockton. But have you thought about that sort of thing, like coming out there, with the area code and everything like he does?
Nah. Everybody has their own style. I let everybody. It fits the 209. That's that staple that fits them perfectly, and they've already like driven a stamp on it that's there. It's hard to. It's really hard to kind of take that type because it wouldn't everybody else it wouldn't really sound right. 404. Everybody be
It's not quite. 209 sounds good. Like even if you say
yeah.
it normally, it sounds aggressive. Like just 209 by itself. It's
Just
like
sounds
okay,
very
yeah,
aggressive.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, 404. Yeah, it's not quite the same, but yeah. So where are you at in terms of your next fight? Obviously, you want to win the tournament and stuff. But when you know that the UFC is near, does that put like extra? You know, you need to finish or you need to do something spectacular. Like
I
what
just
does that?
need. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I was gonna say, does that
So
bring anything extra for you?
so I know I know it. Everything comes with style points. I don't I don't feel the pressure to finish, but I do want to finish. I truly feel like I need to show them that I have the capabilities of stopping any man that comes across from me, and I want to really this next fight. I just really want to like show everything, like all like everybody just thinks I box. I box. I show that I box. I do. I don't get a chance to really show my other skill sets because I change people's game plans up when I hit them. So when you come in a fight with one game plan, but then you switch it up, and then you when you switch up your game plan, I feel like you're telling me now that not only am I capable of making you switch, but now that you gonna switch, now that you're switching your game plan, I can now play in my hands and switch up what you think I won't do that I am gonna do. That's what I just really want to surprise people in the finals. Just want to show everybody that I'm not just one dimensional.
And so one last question for you. Normally I'd ask, when are you going to fight next? Who are you going to fight? We already know all that stuff. So for you, what does a perfect 2022 look like for you?
Perfect 22. I win the B2 fighting series belt. And then 2 weeks from that, I get a call from the UFC, either a contract or a short notice call, letting them know I'm fighting somebody in the top 15 so I can shut the world up.
Well, we look forward to it, man. I know everybody's going to be watching. Everyone's going to be paying attention. Thank you so much for the time, man. I really
Nah, thank
appreciate
you
it.
so much.